GSL.
We're back. Already we've moved through half of the day here. This is sort of weird.
That's right. We have one of our players from the top four.
Got to scoot in and sit up. Normally I cast down here. I'm like, the GSL, like that. I'm like, GG, like that. And then I'm like, oh, we're on camera. I got to sit up. SOS just shot out of that best of 5. Myunshik and SOS are not on the same level.
No, but Myunshik looking still good, just not taking his engagements correctly, just not keeping his cool like SOS can. So, he will be in Code S next season. That's great for him. But SOS awaits the winner of this next match. It's going to be PartinG against ByuL. I think this is actually a very close match, Tasteless.
I think it's close. I think a lot of us are thinking PartinG's going to win, though, even though we should all just chill out. ByuL is actually very good.
Like, this is 50-50-ish.
He could definitely win this. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
maybe we're dead wrong and PartinG just bops him 3-0.
It's possible. I'm kind of like, I'm trying to figure this, because like I think the winner of, for sure, the winner of Rain versus Maru is very favored to go into the finals of the other bracket. If ByuL beats PartinG, I think he probably goes to the finals. I think PartinG is actually pretty much better than SOS at this matchup. So,
I think so. It's hard to say. Really, that is the most epic PvP we could ask for, by the way. PartinG SOS.
That would be pretty sick. And then, I mean, Rain could be waiting in the finals too, and his PvP is really up there as well. But yeah, definitely SOS versus Rain. SOS versus PartinG. Wait for a lot of proxy gates and stuff like that. It'll be a lot of fun.
이건 정말 앞살이고 한지원 선수가 모든 상황에서 이렇게 하면 프로토스한테 안전하는 판단을 하고 있어요. 신의 역장이 나오죠. 미실대단 역장 나오죠.
원희삭 선수와 한지원 선수이기 때문에 굉장히 흥미로운 접부전이 나올 것 같은데요. 오늘 8강 2경기의 두 주인공 바로 만나보겠습니다. 자, 원희삭 선수 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
Let's meet our two players playing the second match in the round of 8. Hello, PartinG.
자, 굉장히 멋진 경기력을 보여주면서 8강에 올라오게 됐습니다. 오늘 기분 어떠세요?
일단
So you showed a lot of great matches to advance to the round of 8. How do you feel today?
8강에 왔는데
네.
일단은
It's my
4강에
second consecutive round of 8 in GSL.
우승을 노려볼 수 있을 것 같다라는 생각이 들 것
I think I'm
같고
going to have to advance to the semifinals in order for me to get the championship this time around.
경기력에서는
I am good friends with
지난
ByuL,
것 같지
however.
않은 경기력으로 앞서시켜 드리도록 하겠습니다.
자,
I'm going to pretend that he's not my friend right now when I play this match against him.
김준호 선수 대신 한지원 선수가 올라왔습니다. 한지원 선수가
You said you were going to spank Hero's butt if he managed to get to the round of 8. But this is Hero's teammate ByuL.
네.
What do you have to say about that?
3사정 인형이 있는데
네.
그거를 준호 형이 이기면 원래
I've actually prepared a ceremony for today.
네, 여기 저그가 올라와가지고 제가 저글링
I have a doll that looks like a probe.
세레머니 준비 못했거든요.
네.
And ByuL's also a Zerg player.
세레머니는 안 하니까
I didn't have a doll that fit a Zerg player.
안 했으면 좋겠어.
Oh, excuse me. So he only had a ceremony if he had to face off against Hero. But yeah, he couldn't do the same ceremony since ByuL is Zerg.
오늘 기분 어떠세요?
생각보다 되게 떨리고요.
네.
제가 토스랑
Today I'm much more nervous than I thought I would be.
경험이 없는데
In a best of 5, I don't remember myself actually beating a Protoss
말씀대로
player.
오전 삼성승제에서를
So that's probably why I'm more nervous.
오늘 준비는 잘하셨어요.
준비는 좀 평소하고
How did
다르게
you prepare for
했고요.
today's match?
그냥 마음 편안하게만 하면 진짜 이길 것 같아요.
I think if I just play comfortably in the booth, just like I would in the Pro House, I think I've got a good chance. Obviously, I practice very hard, so if I can just do what I practice, I'll be fine.
네.
네. 자, 오늘 두 선수 친한 사이에
Are you confident against PartinG then? He says yes.
자, 오늘 접두전 어떤 경기력 나올지 기대가 됩니다. 예상 스코어 들어볼게요.
제가
Any score predictions?
3대1.
오, 3대1.
네.
If I win, maybe a 3-1 victory for me.
지든 이기든 3대0으로
And you,
빨리
PartinG?
끝내고 퇴근할 것 같아요.
앞경기처럼.
네네.
네. 자, 요즘 참 기세가 좋은
he says
선수들이었기
3
때문에
no matter
오늘
what,
재밌을 것
everyone's
같은데요.
going home early
두
today.
선수 시간만큼 강력한 덕담 한마디씩 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 경험이
Any
더 많은
final
원희석
comments
선수가
to each other before we start this?
한지원 선수에게 한마디 해볼까요?
일단 친한 형이랑 하게 돼서 마음이 좀 아픈데
네.
일단
I'm pretty
제가
heartbroken
저도
because I got to
전
defeat another good
안쓰러워하니까
friend of mine today.
꼭 이겨주셨으면 좋겠고
오,
오늘
And I hope ByuL does his very best to beat me today. I hope it's going to be fun, and I hope the matches are interesting
와,
for the
원희석
viewers.
선수가 이렇게 훈훈하게 이야기하는 거는 참 처음인 것 같은데 한지원 선수 화답해 주시죠.
저거 다 간식인 것 같고.
네.
So I think PartinG's being pretty nice in front of the camera.
네.
I know that he really wants to win today.
벌게요 이제 좀.
But PartinG did already earn a lot of money as a pro gamer, so you know what, PartinG, it's my time to get some prize money.
오늘
You're
경기
going
시작하기 전에
down.
이 두 선수의 데이터부터 확인해 보시죠.
All right. Here we are, Tasteless. Should be
Here we
quite
are.
a nice match. PartinG's PVZ looking pretty scary in that last round. That's weird. But, obviously, ByuL, one of the best Zerg players in the world, will he have the right stuff to beat PartinG? The thing is, Rogue, looked like he could beat PartinG in their match, right? When he played against him, and PartinG eventually microed his way out and just won. Anyways, just it was crazy. It was some of the best micro we've ever seen. Some very decisive plays. What if ByuL, being a better Zerg than Rogue, can just tighten up those holes that Rogue had where PartinG punched through? That's why I think this is such a close match.
We'll see. I just keep thinking about PartinG in the round of 16 and how it was. I mean, his pushes looked better than even the best that MC did.
Yeah.
These moments where we're saying, okay, well, I mean, he just has to win here right now.
Yeah. No problem. Just wins right there, right now.
Yeah. He's like, well, I guess I can't
Right
make any
there,
more
right
mistakes.
then, I guess, is
Yeah.
a better way to say that.
You were fine either way. This is the map lineup. Deadwing, Iron Fortress, King Sejong Station, Overgrowth, and Merry-Go-Round.
Aw, that's interesting. He did take out Expedition Lost. It's really hard to hold on to any third base there, so I'm not too surprised.
What do you think about ByuL vetoing Vonnie Research Station?
That is a little bit interesting because ByuL is a gold baser.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking. Why would he want that taken out when we've seen some Zergs have incredible success? Maybe PartinG is crafty against the gold base takes.
Yeah, well,
is ByuL going to do the gold base build?
If anyone can kill you when you take a gold base like that,
Probably
it's probably
PartinG.
PartinG.
Yeah.
He's the one that might be able to out micro your macro and kill you.
I was going to guess Artosis, but PartinG is another good bet.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not me. Well,
ByuL is in his booth now. He's going to have to get in the zone here. He did say he was a little bit nervous coming down here today.
well, I tell you, PartinG I don't think is too nervous. He is.
No, PartinG doesn't feel much of
He's
anything.
no stranger to the end of tournament stages.
Yeah. Would be cool to have PartinG in a finals again.
Yeah, I would love for PartinG to go 2 right in a row. That'd be pretty sick. Yeah, we don't see stuff like that very often.
As you can see, ByuL has killed a lot of good Protosses.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say that only Hero can be really compared to the Protosses that we have in this list. But he's taken out Hero. He's lost to Hero too, but
well, yeah. I mean, those are team kills too, so those are kind of wonky.
yeah, they're weird already.
You don't want to judge by that too much, but he did lose 0-3 at Classic, so I mean, Classic is one of the top 10 Protoss or so. He's right around there, so he's definitely someone that the volatility of the matchup is going to allow him to beat one of the best Zergs in the world every now and then.
Here's PartinG. Get ready for some interesting facial expressions whenever we have this guy on camera in the booth, man. We've cracked up a couple times. So PartinG, I'd say, his strengths are he has great strategic understanding. His execution is spot on, best micro in the business, and he's got a lot of confidence. Okay.
Certainly, and look at that, only losing to Sulky recently. That's
God.
pretty sick.
That is pretty impressive, man.
Yeah. Of course, for ByuL, he doesn't travel as much, so although these are very good Zergs that are listed here, it's not necessarily exactly the same level as the the players that are like ByuL is hitting in Pro League and stuff like
Sure.
that. You know. Still, it's a really strong lineup of Zergs there. I just want this to start.
Yeah, I'm ready to get this game going. And I believe this is going to be much closer. I don't want to say, I guess I was a little bit disappointed with how one-sided the games we had were before this, the SOS games there, where SOS just, won easy peasy. Let's see if this gets a little bit closer. Our map for game number 1 is going to be Deadwing. It's now loading up.
All right.
So let's get ready for ByuL against PartinG as these two players fight to ultimately face off against SOS in the semifinals of the most competitive esports show of all time, the GSL Code S. Well, I closed out pretty quickly. This game is loading very slowly.
Yeah. Sorry, it'll get there.
Wow, that's like the slowest map load we've had in a long time watching that part. All right, we're ready to go, guys. Let's do this. ByuL against PartinG, game number 1 in the best of 5.
Deadwing, more like dead loading screen.
In the bottom right, in the red.
CJN2's ByuL.
In the upper right, in the blue, is
Yoey Flash Wolves PartinG.
All right. So, the map Deadwing, of course.
PartinG hype. The PartinG hype is real.
PartinG's such an exciting player. I don't know if anything too exciting will happen in this opening. This map is definitely one that ByuL just has to watch out for cannon rushes because, just the way that the choke, how big it is here, like a forge and then scout and possibly go cannon rush is a good build here. And it looks like that's what he's doing, sending those 2 probes out at the same time.
So here's that forge.
It looks like ByuL is actually going to open up with like a fast speed build, which I'm not like too surprised about. That's something that Rogue did kind of mess PartinG up a little bit. You can mess up a lot of Protoss builds with that, and it's obviously safe against any sort of cannon rush. Unless SOS is doing it, and then you're just dead. He's like, wait, you have speedlings? He's like, no, I have a perfect pylon layout here to kill
only in this spot on this map. With my probe here at this moment, do I know I have 2.6 seconds to get this up. And I should win this if I have perfect micro.
It's like, watch this. And then he does a moonwalking probe that pixel walks over an edge to put a cannon down.
Crazy.
Well, the quick speed shouldn't really end up doing anything here.
Yeah, it'll give him map control.
Yeah.
So probes can't move around as much, but...
Yeah, and if you get the probes out of there, you can always threaten things like Baneling busts and stuff like that.
Sure.
It is like a possibility. But overall, with a wall in and a cannon up, not a whole lot that can be done unless you're really willing to commit to see if you can win the game right then and there.
Sure.
Well, is taking his expand, making 2 more lings right now. It's kind of interesting. See, maybe he'll try a run by or something like that. Yeah, 8 lings is... Well, it's nothing too out of the ordinary here, Tasteless.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a slow start here. That link speed's going to finish, so...
How can it be a slow start with a Zergling speed?
Woo! Well, no way Protoss is going to take any damage
You're like,
too
because
soon.
nothing's happening, you idiot. I'm like, oh, okay. Tasteless, we're supposed to be working together.
Yeah,
here,
we're
man.
supposed to be a team here, man.
Why are you calling
Sorry.
me an idiot on TV, Tasteless?
I give you a wedgie during the cast. You're
Look,
like, oh.
you can call me an idiot in our free time, but...
Oh my God, and we were wrong. Guys, you got to make sure that probe actually blocks that entrance.
And this can usually
really
result in not an immediate loss, but one that leads in the long term to a loss.
Look, he's already lost a lot of mining time. 2 probes down.
Remember when we said nothing was going to happen? Well, look at this.
Yeah.
Not normally in a round of 8 GSL Code S game do you have somebody who did not have the probe in the right spot. So this is a horrible way to start
the actual
best of 5.
wall he did, I think Zerglings can always fit by a probe right there. I think a probe
is that correct?
I'm fairly certain. That's not how I wall on this map, so I'm not a...
I thought the probe was a little bit too far over to the right. Somebody tweeted us and let us know, because
Speedlings like have a funny way to wiggle through certain wall spots sometimes, but like I think that is the case here, where that was like the Speedlings could get by 1 probe.
The thing is, I can't imagine Parting, a player who's so precise early game, would just have this kind of brazen opening.
Well, I think he looked at it and said, well, I mean, you're probably just going to have like 4 Speedlings, right? Because you know I'm going for cannons.
That's true. He did go up to, what was that, 8 or was it 10?
Yeah, he went up to 8. So this has been like quite effective now. He's killed 5 probes total. Of course, 1 was a scout probe, so this run by has killed 4 and caused a lot of lost mining time. He's making 12 more Speedlings tasteless.
Well, he's probably seen he's done enough damage that these, Parting really is so far behind. You got to think of all the probes that are killed, plus the fact that the tech has not even started yet, really. Now, he does see that sentry, but I don't believe he can go in and kill it if it's microed correctly. Now, he did trigger the Nexus Cannon, and the force field was used. Those lings are out. Is he going to send them? Yes, they're right there. Excuse me. So he's going to...
If he just runs by that right now, that's so insane.
This is just like the worst ladder game ever. Probe coming out. It's a trap.
Gets to delay this space. That's nice.
Look at that. He's hit the
He
lings.
wants him to make it.
Yeah.
He wants units to come out to move that Zergling away so he can run up and just
He wants the sentries and the zealot to come out, maybe.
And Parting actually, like, feeling his intuition there. He's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to go back and make extra gas. It's like... And now he sees all those Speedlings. Good choice there by Parting.
Gotta say, ByuL is playing brilliantly.
Yeah.
Tactical openers. By the way, take a look at Parting. Photo of Parting. He was mumbling to himself. He had a big sigh.
Yeah.
Definitely a frustrating game. He already feels that ByuL is everywhere at once right now. A +1 attack coming here, as well as the Roach Warren. Ooh, do not do that, Parting. Oh, this is so risky.
Yeah.
This is just...
Parting Micro, I think, he'll get away with it. But definitely not something I would walk out with.
Yeah.
14 more lings on the way, Tasteless. Getting that +1 melee attack as well. Getting a Spire. I love it.
I thought he was going to get the a bunch of roaches, but I think the Spire is a smart play too. Remember, Protoss has 3, technically 4 locations to defend here. Actually, on this map,
this
technically
is
5. Okay, because between the second and the third is location, the entrance of the third is location, then you have the 3 bases. So, guess what, guys? Mutas are pretty good.
Yeah, you're so completely 100% right on that. It's like it's a brilliant move because of how stretched he is. So, Mutas are going to be ridiculously hard to counteract here.
There were a lot of sentries that had to be made because he was afraid of what was really... I mean, it was a large number of lings in the sense that they could do a lot of damage, but a cheap number of lings from the stance of ByuL here. So, with that many sentries, that means not a lot of stalkers. And look how much gas is banked up here, boys and girls. This is nearly 1,000 gas.
Dude, I think he's going to force Parting into a +2 blink stalker all in.
Here we go. Lings are going to go around.
I think he's got a tight wall there.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. There you go. So he's totally fine with that right now.
See what he wants, though, is he wants more cannons to be made here around this wall and not in the main or at the third base where the gas is.
He does see some roaches here. Good force fields going up. This is very annoying right now for Parting.
And you can't do anything with those sentries.
Well, he's Parting, so I guess he's gonna
he thinks otherwise. He thinks otherwise.
He's like, no, these are fighting units. It's no problem. Look at that micro, man.
Damn.
Oh, good targeting there by ByuL. But he does get to clean up.
Now, also note, he forced him to make more sentries at the entrance. Those lings did exactly what they were supposed to do.
But look at this. He realizes what's going on. He's making 2 Stargates right now. We do have Mutas on the way. And this is going to be really hard to defend. He doesn't even have a Nexus Cannon right now because he had to use a recall. So this is really tough.
I think this game could just end.
ByuL may be able to snowball it here.
If he gets into the main, he takes out the cannons.
And notice that Stalker's being warped over there. So yeah, this is going to be beautiful here.
Ooh, right before he gets these cannons up, he really needed those to finish.
And he can actually get the gateways as well that are powered by this once he gets over there. The one Phoenix is, well, I mean, that's just, very small detail here for what's going on. Now, he can easily take care of these cannons, I think. Or I wonder if he misplayed that. He got a bunch of probes. I wonder if that was somewhat of a mistake.
I think that getting the probes is actually better because he absolutely could have canceled the cannons, but if he just gets some probes here, he can either continue mutas and then just get a few corruptors, or he can switch tech because
that's it, GG.
Yeah, it's like PartinG just doesn't have the economy to do anything there. He hurt him so badly with the Lings early on, and then killing that many probes, the mutas. It's like you're never going to get anything done as PartinG.
PartinG has got to be so salty after that first game.
That's a painful one.
Have you seen this copy pasta they're putting on streams? It's just like it's like the Wikipedia definition of salt. They just like cut and paste it. Okay, so PartinG has got to be upset about that. I mean,
that's a Zergling run by, man. That's like one of the most frustrating things in the world to
lose. This is.
You think force fields are bad?
Never supposed to happen to a pro gamer. Yeah. You are never supposed to have Lings run by.
Well, this is a problem that we as the StarCraft fans need to talk about. Zergling run-bys are a problem. It happens every day. 60% of Protosses lose to this each day they play on the ladder.
It's true.
60%, Tasteless.
It happens all the time, and what's funny is, these guys, I mean, if you're somebody who ladders yourself, you're probably like, nobody does that at the high levels.
No,
well, I mean, the reason why you don't normally see it done at the high levels is because it never works because they have a wall off, which means if you invested in attack units early on that don't do anything, you're behind. PartinG, I mean, he just got humiliated, guys.
Well, you know what? Maybe he can be the spokesman for Zergling Run By month. All right, we need to have a month
Victims of the Zergling Run By.
That's right. I will sign up
This is brutal, man. But it's something we all got to talk about. Even the best of the best with the Ling Run By sometimes. And let me tell you something. ByuL has got to be just glowing with confidence inside. After a game like that, you're like, oh, are you serious?
I mean, he got that advantage with the run by. It was like slightly risky, and then just bam, played out perfectly from there. The break call on the Spire there, Tastes, it was like the perfect choice for this map and the strategy PartinG was going for. And now we're going into Iron Fortress, and this map can be quite tough. That third base is not an easy one to hold.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Let's see what openers they do. The game's loaded up, so much faster than our slow load in the last game. Tell your friends to tune in here as we go into game number 2, ByuL against PartinG in the GSL Code S. In the bottom right in the red, he is
CJN2's ByuL.
In the upper right in the blue,
Yowie Flash Wolves PartinG.
I wonder if PartinG really thinks it was going to be 3-0 for him or 0-3 for him.
PartinG is, I'm sure that he can recuperate from this, but that is a tough way to lose a best of 5. This guy was just in the GSL Code S finals many weeks ago.
Yes. Well, I mean, he definitely has potential to get there again. He's definitely shown us just a ridiculously high level of play overall. ByuL here, though, looks like he's going to go with that same opening. I'm not too surprised, because Rogue was liking these openings too, and they were doing a good job, even though PartinG has the best micro. Just kind of based on the way that the Protoss metagame is right now, you can do a lot with speedlings.
Well, he's checking around with his probe.
He's checking for an Overlord scout, see if his opponent is top left, and possibly
That's something we don't get to highlight a lot in our cast, but there are some cool scouting patterns you can do where you can check for an Overlord in one spot, and then if you don't see it, there's a good chance that you can then dart down to another corner of the map, and it can be more efficient. There are mind games with this too, by the way. You'll see Zergs, and when that gets into the meta enough, they'll stop the Overlord by a few seconds or something, and then back it off.
Send it in a different direction to start.
Yeah.
Sometimes Zergs will send it in a suboptimal direction because it becomes optimal because people check like that.
Yeah. So there's a meta even around scouting patterns with Overlords and probes. It's one of the things I tried to not I try to always have a really basic scouting pattern for me because I hated when I play against people from a different server, and that just happens to be what they're doing with their scouts now.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we do have 8lings coming out once again. Speed getting started.
Hey, if it worked once, you might want to try it again.
Wouldn't that be funny if you just beat some like 3-0 with Speedlings running in? Or he's like, oh, these units are too fast.
Artosis.
Hey, he sees him coming. That's good.
The Forge is not even
But he'll
close to done. Will
yeah,
he
he
get
has
this?
one Zealot. Like he just needs a couple buildings. Oh, wait, what is this wall exactly?
I don't. Is that actually a wall?
No, he needs another pound, doesn't he?
Oh my God!
What?
What? It's called hold position, bro.
Yeah, that was really
Oh my
bad.
God!
How did that even happen?
How does that even happen?
I don't even. I mean, that's a terrible mistake.
The wall-in was not even that good.
That's an awful mistake.
This is bad. This is horrible.
8 more Speedlings on the way.
Well, guys, I guess the SOS match might be the better match here today. Ling's speed is going to finish.
Well, only 2 workers killed so far. Let's see. Oh, man.
Look at SOS. He is so salty right now. Uh-oh. The cannon, by the way, a very important structure.
I don't even, like...
You know when you
why is he even chasing this with 2 Zealots right now?
Yeah, he needs to wall that in.
This game's over. I mean,
yeah,
there's
just
like
no
too
way
much
you can
damage.
recover from here. I mean,
ByuL is way too good to lose from here.
Guys, okay, so you know when like you have a friend and he's like, I'm pretty good at StarCraft, can I try a game against you? And you're like a badass who plays all the time. You're top tier, and you're like, yeah, I'll play you one game, and you just do this Ling Rush because you're like, this guy's not worth my time.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this game looks like, except that it's the round of 8 of a GSL and Code S.
That's why I never had any friends. It's because of this Ling Rush.
Well, the Forge is down. You know how they have numbers like,
Forget about it,
like,
tasteless.
like
This game's
pi
over.
or like, certain, try to, okay, look at PartinG. PartinG is like not even playing. He's actually shaking his hands in his booth. Okay, so
I don't know, dude. Not having that Zealot on
that
pole
is like
position,
unacceptable, man.
And then chasing with both Zealots like that, like didn't like that game.
Right.
Didn't appreciate that game one bit.
That was a shockingly horrible play from PartinG.
Well,
this is game 2.
The thing is, it's the miss of one button, but it's such an important button when your opponent is going Speedlings.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be too hard on these guys that we cast, but I mean, what happened in game number 1 was the problem Ling's getting in your base. In game number 2, no hold position. Also, was that wall-in questionable? That seemed like I have not seen that
it's not
wall-in
like a
on that
common
map.
wall-in for sure, but like the wall-in was fine.
We got the coach in
was
here. He's
just-
like, hey, keep making Lings. That stuff's working, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the wall-in was fine. In fact, if you hold positions there, like everything's fine. The game's still going on normally. So it was just it all came down really just to not hold positioning one Zealot, and ByuL just like smacks him because of it. You can't lose a Zealot like that.
No. PartinG is just...
What an unforgiving game StarCraft is. It's ridiculous.
Well, we don't get
He's
to
got
talk
like
about...
the best micro in the world, and he's like, oh, I didn't press H on this unit this one time, so I'm out in the round of 8. It's like, oh, well.
when you're in an important match like that, I mean, you'll even double-check the hold position.
Absolutely.
For that.
Well, that's like the only thing that can go wrong in the early game.
When people talk about APM in StarCraft and they get all excited about it, one of the things you're using that APM is to double, triple, quadruple check things to make sure everything's going efficiently.
That early in the game, you do need to do such things too.
I don't know if you can recover from 2 horrible games like that. Look at PartinG right now.
I think you're probably right. I don't think he's going to recover. I think
Worst day in his professional career, I'd say.
No, well, this is not how PartinG loses. PartinG, like, life gets Speedlings in his face, and PartinG comes back and kills him.
Yeah.
But this is... And I accept Ling's getting in 1 game, but 2, that hurts, man.
I mean, as confident and resilient as PartinG is, I don't know if you come back from this in a professional match. I mean, this is...
He's going to have to just be like... a man of steel here if he's going to come back now.
He's going to have to be a man of titanium alloy, Artosis.
He's going to have to be a man of immortal hardened shields.
That's right.
Like, quite literally
with
and figuratively.
unobtainium on the inside.
He's going to have to be made out of Captain America shields.
Yeah, I think so. Because right now, ByuL, guys, we don't even know what late game is with these two guys. Lings so far, I'm pretty sure need to be nerfed Artosis. If I was somebody who never seen StarCraft before in my life, and I take a look at that game and be like, well, clearly no one can stop that. Yeah. those little, goblins running around attacking stuff that are fast are too strong for the guys with the cone heads that fight with popsicles in their hands. That's what I'd say.
You'd be right, Tasteless.
Game number 3, and what might be, by the way, one of our shortest GSL Code S days to date. Let's see if PartinG can come back. In the upper right, in the red, he is.
CJN2's
Did
ByuL.
I say upper right? Did I say lower right or upper right?
I don't know. I don't listen to anything you say, this. Tasteless, I actually mute you on a cast.
In the upper left, the blue.
Yowie Flash Wolves PartinG.
Whoa, like the keyboard. Looks like it's made out of Valentine's Day candy.
Well, keeps playing like that, he's going to have to pop the keys out and eat them because he's not going to be making any more money in StarCraft.
I mean, that game was so bad.
Oh, is he going...
Is he going to proxy hatch?
Yeah, maybe. He might just be going for an offensive hatchery here. It's definitely a possibility here. Yeah, the scout pattern is like to dodge the probe coming out after the 13 gate, so like it's very well planned. Thing is, again, things like proxy hatch, these are not the builds that you normally would think would kill PartinG, but you know, it's PartinG is not on top of his game today, it seems.
Why not? I mean, you're up 2 games. You might want to just do something weird. PartinG might come down the ramp and be like, oh, FML, I'm not ready for this either.
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty good against what we see here because he doesn't have like a forge to put a cannon up to help kill it. He has to like get a zealot. Probably he's gonna have to get gases, send a bunch of probes down possibly. This is always very, very annoying.
Let's see how he handles this from here.
Yeah, it looks like he's making his zealot again, a gas and his core. It's all good choices. He's not sending probes down, which is a little bit uncommon. Normally you do see professional level Protosses send a bunch of probes because you don't want this to finish, but this will finish. Which means the creep will take 100 years to go back.
Yeah, the handling is not good, although PartinG seems to be having the worst day of his life. I want to have a metaphor like this, like a clock that works all the time is broken twice a day, but that's not one that exists or makes any sense here. So
over the course of 1,000 years, a clock loses several minutes, Tasteless.
Problem with this when this strategy is done against you guys as Protoss is that you can't build on creep. Don't know why Protoss need to develop some technology for that. Put like a tarp down on the ground and build a pylon over that.
Seriously.
Pylons,
don't they float anyways?
You'd think they would, right?
Touch the ground. You should be able to put it on creep, if you ask me.
Yeah, technically. Now, PartinG did respond to this. The Broodling Micro. The Broodling Micro is real. And now you have no shields for some time.
That's exactly it, too.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a bunch of speedlings here.
He also like, well, I got like 400 APM. I might as well just do that.
This is like almost like the dummy test right now.
Yeah, you're right.
If someone goes for quick speed with Zerg and you don't go 3 gates,
he's gonna get.
Oh god, yeah. This is.
Oh
like,
man,
this could go so. Like he just doesn't know there's Zerglings down here in his natural.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because if he's really quick, he'll respond to this fine. Like he can get a force field up before they get in the main. That is possible, even with speed. Where is he moving this? Oh, he's going after the Overlord. The Overlord is baiting him.
Oh my god. ByuL is everywhere.
And PartinG, and we're getting
This
a
is
gold league field. from him right now.
unbelievable.
Ooh, I like what you just did there. And this is, okay, we just saw PartinG's face. He's not happy about this. No.
Why?
Why? What?
Is this...
Seriously?
That's not real. What?
Seriously? All right, guys. We have now seen, I would say, the worst round of 8 game, or performance, I guess we could say.
It's pretty much the worst.
Have we had a performance this bad in round of 8?
Was it Paralyzed versus Classic? Was that a round of 8? I think it was.
Oh man, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was.
I believe it was those two playing against each other.
This is
but that was a
unbelievable.
jobber PvP for sure. But I mean, this is pretty.
Right now,
Like these, like why do those
honestly,
zealots
guys,
move? Like
right now, PartinG is those 2 burglars in the movie Home Alone. Okay, like this is.
let's see. He didn't. Let's actually look at what he's lost here. He's only lost 2 probes. He's actually killed a lot of lings. He might be fine. The 2 zealots moving out like scared me for a moment there, but I guess he got all the zerglings and didn't really lose too much. I mean,
realistically though, fast expand is
he would have lost
fairly
the
solved.
pylon if he didn't move the 2 zealots, right?
Is there a mothership core? Mothership core is north of this, right?
It's right here.
Okay. I was gonna say, man, if he sends us out without a mothership core, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like,
Speedling's running around right now. Let's see if he catches him with the force
See, the
field.
thing is, I don't think PartinG can actually get in there and do any damage.
Yeah,
he's
with
just
the
gonna power up on
spine.
2-base roach, so the poke doesn't even do anything. Now, there's one. Problem is, there's not enough force fields here. There's 1 force field, right? 1 force field.
No, he doesn't have it yet.
He doesn't have one?
No, he's a little bit shy on the map. It's almost there. All right, so okay, he's starting to tighten up a little bit. Maybe all these weak moves are done. Like,
I want PartinG to come back. I really want him to.
There's
I would
potential.
love to see a return of a 3-0, but man,
ByuL is only on 2 bases. He's going like 2-base burrow movement roach, so you got to be like pretty careful. But ByuL is putting a lot of money into tech right now. Doesn't have that great of an economy where PartinG just like auto loses, you know.
I mean, in fairness, ByuL has been handling this very, very well. Every moment he's been able to get in there and do some damage, he's done it. We just don't normally see games like this where the fast expand is abused that hard. You know, this is the base. These are the bare basic bones of a PvZ opening. That's why we are being so critical of this. Because you sort of you cannot even be good enough to get into Code A or even basically play in a GSL qualifier unless you are so good at this build or the builds that are necessary to secure your second base.
Now, it could just be an off date. Now, this is a nice move by PartinG. He is definitely going to get a cancel here. Really, really well done. All right, PartinG, this is the beginning of the comeback days. So I don't know if he's going to win the series. I actually don't think he is, but he's making the right moves now in this game.
By the way, if he were to come
he's
back,
out of the funk, I think.
I hope so. If he were to come back and win this series, that would be a credible triumph.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. Because it's like not only did he overcome ByuL, but he overcame himself.
Definitely. Because right now you have to be kicking yourself. Like the amount of times he's let lings in, he's been tricked all over the place, but he hasn't taken too much damage this game. ByuL is still sitting on a 2-base economy, got his 3rd canceled. Yeah, he has a bunch of burrow movement roaches, but we have an observer out now. He's making immortals. He's going for that Twilight. He's doing all the right things. He just has to be careful not to overcommit over here. I don't know if taking the 3rd base this quickly will work out, but PartinG's got the good micro.
You know, I do wonder if the Hydra push, though, would be... Whoa. You all right?
Fine.
Artoz's mic just popped right off of his head.
There's a ghost up here.
Yeah.
It's a ghost of PartinG's 2nd finals.
Well, I do wonder if a big Hydra push is going to be too much to handle. And this is actually a great play here by ByuL. The Roach Burrow play.
It did seem like this might be a little bit ambitious to try to take it this quickly against this, but looks like this could be a good run by. But you know, the thing is, ByuL is kind of playing like a ZvZ right now, and these units aren't really. How many probes will he get with this? I wonder.
Oh, what? Where did those come from?
That was sneaky.
That was sneaky.
I guess he split them.
All right, this is the ZvP harass.
Yeah, sometimes ZvZ can look good in ZvP, but the composition that PartinG is getting is going to be hard to stop. ByuL is switching into Hydras right now.
Problem is he's losing a lot of roaches.
Yeah.
Yes, he's getting probes, but the army composition from PartinG is looking pretty solid.
Yeah, if he can completely clean up the roaches here and just kind of because these Burrow Movement roaches didn't really do that much. Like he's lost. Oh, actually, I guess he lost 9 probes there.
Yeah. Well,
that's
he forced the Nexus to restart as well.
Yeah. But this is not 100% over. He's going to have +2 in Blink. He's getting a War Prism. We do have Hive on the way, but PartinG's army is very, very good right now.
I don't know if Hive's going to come into play until after PartinG's attack. And there's one way PartinG can come back. It's through great harass and attacking. Now, I think PartinG actually can win this fight.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a lot of sentries. I don't
His
believe
army wins.
We didn't see force fields used that much because you can't really use them against burrowed roaches. So
Yeah.
he should have a lot of force fields here too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, this is. I think that he definitely can take this right now. Let's see his micro. There is a 4th base that's been made by ByuL. And he's he lost the Observer.
What? No, he's got.
He's got another one. Okay,
he's got it. Okay,
he lost 1 Observer. He's just got to make sure he has an Observer the entire time.
Yeah. Well, that's one way to automatically lose this.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that 4th base, by the way, is a bit ambitious for ByuL.
I think PartinG literally doesn't know it's there because he doesn't even expect it to be there right now because it is so ambitious. It's like, well, I mean, you've gone 2 base Burrow Movement roaches, and now you're going Hive with Hydra. You can't have a 4th now.
ByuL is saying basically, well, he's not checking there. I guess I might as well let this thing build away.
Yeah.
Oh, man, stopping mining there. The roaches keep getting away. A game of cat and mouse back here in PartinG's base. The question, though, is can ByuL hold off this big attack coming at him and keep this 3rd base? There's, by the way, a ton more force fields available.
We do have a couple of Vipers on the way, so Blinding Clouds definitely can switch things up, but he should be able to get this base. Funny thing is, he might retreat north after this, possibly, if he can't kill him, in which case there's still 3 bases for ByuL because of this ambitious 4th.
Nice time warps there. The Mothership Core goes down. Not as impactful. Where is that? Okay, do you see the Observer?
Yeah, it's there. He has it.
Really? Where is it?
It is
there it
right
is.
near
There it
his
is. Sorry,
War Prism.
couldn't see it for a second.
Okay, now he's
I'm
moving
like,
back.
Yartosis, prove it.
Let me see this. He saw creep at the 4th, so he should know that that's there. It's not important, though. What's important is that he kills his army, doesn't lose his own.
The angle's pretty good here for the Zerg.
But those are some great force fields.
The Immortal goes down.
Blink and +2.
The Immortal goes down, so it's just Stalkers right now and a few Zealots. Now, Blinding Cloud's going to pose a real problem here because force fields are getting limited. Nice!
Ooh, that was a good grab right there.
Because that hatchery's done, he can produce out of that, and that causes a big problem. That's another angle that the Zerg can come in at. And I think this army is being thinned out enough for Stalkers to just win, right?
I think you're right about that, Tasteless. It looks like he should have enough here. That blink forward, really picking off quite a few units.
Well, you can see the Vipers are getting ready to use some more Blinding Clouds here. He needs to get this hatchery. Dark Shrine coming up here. I don't believe there was much more harassment back at the home of PartinG.
No, it doesn't look like it. He did clean that all up. No real way for ByuL to do any more harassment either. He has to just focus on staying alive at this moment. Don't know if that's going to be doable. Some very nice force fields going down. Going to be able to pick off quite a few roaches here. A good Blinding Cloud, but just delaying the inevitable.
Okay, he blinks right over that. Nice move here. Got to be careful, though. Don't overextend. Drones are coming down now. And we have more roaches coming up here as well. Some transfuse is used there by the Queens of Blinding Clouds. Blanketed down.
Ooh. That blink forward, not quite doing what he wanted from it.
Yeah.
He wanted a win right there. He wanted for ByuL to type out, but...
Well, ByuL is in the deficit now. He's remaking his 3rd base there at the bottom. The 4th base also was picked off with ease.
Yeah, don't forget this Dark Shrine is going to be finishing up, and DTs actually can be fantastic right now. We have 2 Overseers on the map, but, you know, that's not that much detection. He can probably sneak in some DTs, I think, somewhere and get some damage.
I don't think that you recover from this as Zerg. I think that it's a pretty easy win for PartinG.
It's 2 base versus 3 base right now, so that's never good as Zerg.
No, it's not. It's a bad thing all the time. So let's see what happens here. He also PartinG also ahead in probes. Important to note. unit compositions are fine for both sides, except the only problem is that PartinG just has more of everything.
He's even getting Psystorm at the moment. And that finishes up going to be...
Let's see if he gets his DT.
Absolutely awesome.
Oh, wow.
The Blink soccer count is getting a little bit low, so that's something to take into consideration. That is kind of the backbone of the army. DT does run in. It's going to force a retreat for now. But it seems like PartinG's economy is just really good right now. He's very mineral heavy, though. So having to make a lot of Zealots. He doesn't have charge. Of course, Zealots not that good against Roaches, and Roaches with burrow movement are actually pretty decent against Psystorm.
He did make those Zealots, though, at the bottom.
Yeah.
So what he wants to do is he's actually taking a 4th base. This is really to draw the Zerg out so that he can send those Zealots to the Zerg's 3rd base and kill it again.
If ByuL could somehow just figure out those are there and go kill them, that would be a really big moment, because that is something that's like, that can just stamp the game as over. If PartinG just kills a base of those as ByuL chases him home.
Okay. This will trigger the Zealots to come in.
Yeah, definitely.
The Roaches are now headed northbound, probably to, wipe out the 3rd base. We don't have the Zealots being moved, by the way.
They should be moving right as they get right about here, because then the units can't get home fast enough. We should move them right now. Like, right now is a perfect time.
Why are these Zealots not being moved?
Yeah, there was a missed opportunity.
That was a lost opportunity there. Yeah. He could have gone down there. Not 100% he would have gotten it, but that was the timing. What?
That was a bad rally.
Now, the Zerg's low on bases, but the army's actually pretty scary. This army can still win a fight if it's at the right angle. And I don't know if PartinG should be out here at this point in time.
Well, that's a lot of Psystorm and Force Fields. I think he'll be all right here. Yeah, if he uses his spells, they'll do well.
Nice move here by ByuL. And PartinG's army can't quite get back there to take it on. Yeah, I don't think ByuL should be out here at all. This is where you got to go back.
I agree with that. He needs to be very careful right now.
He might
especially when he's harassing with this many Roaches. I feel like engaging with your main army against his main army is just not the right call. He needs a backup for sure.
Wow, a lot of important units being picked off there. 2 Overseers. I saw a Viper taken out earlier as well. So ByuL just has to keep working his army out and be very... Okay, ByuL just taps out. All right, PartinG, you did it. You won Game 3. The question is, can you win Game 4 and 5? He's made a lot of errors in the series. Yeah. He is not allowed to make any more if he's going to move on to the semifinals.
That is true, but it seemed like he came out of his funk, like, maybe 25% of the way into that game. He just, started making all the right moves, his micro picked up, he started doing some nice harassment, dealt with everything fine. I think he's pulling himself out of it. This guy is mentally strong, for sure. Thing is, even if you recover your mindset completely, that doesn't mean ByuL can't take 1 in 3 games off you. He absolutely can take 1 in 3 games off anyone in the world. Probably 2 out of 3 games off anyone in the world.
I only wonder what's going on inside PartinG's mind. He's thinking, oh man, all right, I won that, but wow, was I off earlier?
Well, probably the Candy song is going through his head, I think, Tasis.
The what
Candy,
song?
Candy, I'm your candy. Fairly certain that's what he's thinking about right now.
Surprising game so far. PartinG. This is not the PartinG we're used to casting. This is not the PartinG you're used to spectating. Can he come back? We're going to see. Right now, ByuL looks like he's in good shape. He was taken down in that game number 3, but he's got room for errors still and can still recover. Let's see if PartinG can come back. We'll be going to game number 4 after this short break.